I wrote this song specifically to open the album. I wanted a dramatic song that kind of encapsulated every other song on the record in one real small kind of shot.
Jackknife Lee brought in another element to the song of electronics, and the drums were actually played, but then they were put through, we used samples, and we put the drums through synths, like old synths, and that was really cool because that's kind of new to me. I'd never really done that before with drums, so I think we're really pleased with the outcome of that.
And it's just that one riff for me to play on the bass, it's just fuzz, heavy, just straight to the point, in your face.
Wake up your mind and fight for your life, obey the rules you love.
It's kind of a comment on the past few years of existing in kind of shark-infested waters.
Just been shopping at Walmart, as you can see. Alan can't even push the trolley.
What's that?
Woo!
Yeah, but we also don't know where the car is.
I can't have to go with this.
Love That You're Alive came from the intense songwriting school that I enrolled, created and put myself through. It was the 24/7 intense process of demoing and writing.
It's like 3 stages of a song for me. I'll get Steve's demo, I think, oh sweet, that's amazing, I really like it. Pick out my bass and stuff, and then Steve will send over the vocals, and it's just like, wow, here I go. It'll always make me go to the top of my range, and if I can't get to it, then I just need to practice until I can.
We got in a room together, just set up in a kind of circle and played through the track live, just to get the feel of the track, the pace right and stuff like that. We were happy with that. I'll record my drum track to the guide of that, so just so we nailed the feel of the song.
Jackknife Lee's production suited it perfectly. We really spent a lot of time on each part in the studio, really honing the guitar parts to an extreme which even with my attention span was ridiculous. His capacity to just work on one note for hours was amazing, and I loved it.
Right. I think the spent about 4 days doing that song, like working on it. I remember Steve, he done his vocals, and on the very last day he decided he felt he could do it better again just by listening back to it, so he scrapped all of it.
Huh?
So you have to play a final chord?
Yeah.
3 of us would go in together.
As a group and do like a group vocal, just really layered up the sound.
When you're caught in a web with no will to survive, when you're caught in a web, your love will lead you alive.
Just gonna go off to rehearsal now, just for a bit. Pretty cool, this is where I was staying. Very nice place.
Well, I think unashamedly I just wanted to write a massive anthem with huge drums.
I think Steve wrote that song and he wanted a song that was going to like suit that type of environment, stadiums and stuff. And I think it does, that drum beat, which we really experimented with.
I was always really excited about Paradox on Earth recording it because when we first heard the demo, I loved it. It got loads of percussive stuff in it, and me and Steve always have this like joke really when he shows me new songs, when we're working on new songs, that he'll make up these drum parts that are kind of impossible for a drummer to play.
Jackknife Lee, brilliant. We spent a lot of time on percussion with this to create that. Rather than just using drums, we had a lot of other stuff. I'll just try it, yeah. I was thinking, like, I left the middle bit, and because I think that needs to be just a different approach, like really soft. Lyrically, I'm just talking about time and the lack of it. It's always December when the nights last forever. It's endless time. A shared thought is freedom as history breathes deep in. It's endless time. I walk forever to solve. And we go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I'm searching for a sign, for a beacon, for a doorway into time.
What's up?
I've not the shot.
I remember getting on the plane to Los Angeles and knowing that I had 4 days of rehearsal to actually finish writing this song.
That was quite a new song. We were actually, I remember working on that in the first week in LA. Myself, Mark and Steve in the rehearsal studio in North Hollywood.
I think when Steve showed me this one, I thought that it was really going somewhere, like really going to a different kind of place to our first album.
I knew I wanted this on the record, but it wasn't finished. I think this song benefited actually from leaving it to the last minute. It was a different kind of writing to what I'm normally used to, and it came out great.
You did one extra bass drum there. You did an extra bass drum. It went. No, there's not a. But you know you just did it again then? Just try it again. 3, 4.
So the place to crash is the last note
Straight
of that
away.
scale.
Yeah,
Right, so
no
you're crashing
pause.
on beat 4.
You're still leaving like a little gap here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Bow, 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 bow. No, I can see you doing it here. Bow, 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 bow.
Yeah.
Okay, same again. That's perfect.
I've done that for ages.
It was different to any of the other songs that we sort of recorded because we've been listening to demos that Steve had sent over and we're really familiar with them. This one was just so new to us, so I could only really listen to it when we started taking rough cuts away from Greg's studio.
We know that we're alive, but we still play the part, and I'm tired and I try to find our way away.
Vesuvius, I think the most fast-paced track on the album. Really punky, really, I think it's got a bit of everything actually, a bit of punk, a bit of metal, but at the end of the day, it's really classic LostAlone melodies and harmonies and stuff going all over all that.
I remember putting this riff out on the Sailors of the World tour in sound checks and just having it for a long time. I specifically recall coming home knowing that we'd finished touring for Sailors of the World and going into our rehearsal room every day at 10 AM on my own, playing the riff and just waiting to find out what would come next. It's one of the ways that I write songs. Mostly I write things without an instrument and I go on a walk, but with this it was the riff was there. I knew it had to go somewhere and I just kept playing it until suddenly I could hear and feel the rest of the song.
Greg Wells, who's an amazing drummer, as with every instrument he can play, he's amazing. He basically got me to slow the song down loads and we just all played the riff really slowly for like 10 minutes, just repetitive over and over and over again. Sped it up, slowed it down, and that just really got me completely locked into the rhythm of the song.
The intro to that song, Steve sent us a demo of that quite a while ago, and to be honest it doesn't sound much different. Steve, actually, his demo was pretty spot on, and it sounds sweet. His demo sounded sweet, but then Greg kind of just took it to that next level.
He just astonished me with the finished thing.
This is what it's like when you're lost and alone, and the creature you are is all that you are. I'm just happy that it's over. I'm still breathing without reason, time I will recover feeling.
First time creatures appeared in my head would be in Lake Geneva in Montreux. Just looking out over the lake. I remember the melody popping into my head, and it's the normal way I write when I hear a melody, don't have any instruments, and then I will end up piecing it together.
This is what it's like when you're lost and alone, and the creature you are is all that you are. I'm just happy that it's over.
Creature's like the first song that we recorded when we went out to LA, and it was maybe because we thought it was quite simple to get down very quickly, but it is quite a simple song, but with really great melodies, and I think you can really hear the kind of development of our harmony style in this song. It's very strong harmonies throughout the whole song.
This is what it's like when you're lost and alone, and the creature you are is the creature you are.
Almost. More time.
This is what it's like when you're lost and alone, and the creature you are is the creature you are.
Each sort of harmony it's kind of like a different part in a way, so really distinctive. It's a straightforward song compared to a lot of the others on the album. Just your like verse, chorus, mental bit, chorus.
Orchestra of breathing, sucking in and pushing out feelings. If you kill your faith today, wanna leave it.
This is the song that people who were into our band already will probably have heard a long time before they heard the album, because I wrote this in the Hollywood Hills in 2008, October, overlooking Los Angeles, in a very bad time for the band. Things were not good, and this just came out, and then I remember making a little recording of it. Actually, one of the first demos I did of it is on YouTube, and it's just me at our rehearsal, and I was using my camera to demo, really, feel the song out, and it was running, and I looked back at it, I thought, oh, that's cool, so I posted it online, and that's how people know the song, and it never really changed from that version, apart from I was muddling through lyrics at the time.
Cover me, oh,
I really loved the song. It always sounded really good just on the acoustic guitar, and we played through it full band, and we were kind of we weren't unsure, but it could have gone a few ways when we recorded it. But we did it with Greg Wells, and we ended up just keeping it quite understated. We stripped the drums down. I was using a beautiful like 1940s Slingerland Radio King kit, and we just mic'd it up with 3 mics, sounded massive, and but we just had a really natural sound to everything, and I think that song turned out perfectly.
orchestra, dead slow, but really, really powerful, pure ballad.
Put Pen to Paper is always, it was actually one of the older songs. Most of the songs on the album were pretty new, written just before we recorded, but this was we'd had for a while.
But it actually predates our first album, Serious to the World, in that it was written for that album. I remember we must have recorded this song 5 or 6 times, and we actually recorded it twice in LA with Greg Wells for this album.
I remember Greg changed some of the bass lines, put in some cool slides like the rows.
It's in the same vein as Predators in a Maze off our first album, where instead of dressing up the lyrics in metaphors, it's very much heart on sleeve, which I don't do too often, but this song needed that, and it was like exercising a lot of pain that I was feeling back in that time.
Well, the first time be the last time, so I'm over and alone. I'm waiting for reincarnation, fall into my love, into my love.
My favourite part of that song is when all the vocals kick in the mid-8, just before the last chorus. They're going on really fun to record.
I've not got Ian still. I've not got Ian.
Is not even plugged in?
Yeah, I'm not plugged in, thanks.
Alone, be the last time, far into my love you to fall.
Very satisfying singing parts like that.
Do You Get What You Pray For? That track, that was like a surprise, kind of like to be recording that out there, because before we flew out to do the album, we picked the track listing, and sadly that song wasn't on the album. We were all gutted that we didn't have enough tracks, we didn't have enough time to do it, and all the other tracks we really wanted on, and so it was just like one of those things where we thought, cool, it's definitely going to be on the next album. As we were out there in Greg's studio recording it though, recording other songs, we just felt the album like needed it.
This song, it's just a big heavy guitar riff song. Again, probably one of the heaviest songs we've done.
And it was just a riff, a feeling, and a lot of thoughts about questioning people I know who believe in certain things. And I'm not saying things are right or wrong, but I needed to question it for myself. And the way I choose to question that was with some extreme mythology. the shape of the album was very important, and I felt that we needed another heavier song, otherwise the album would be too light.
So we just set up, we recorded the track. I think it was like second take we took. The first take we just got sound. Second take, listened back to it, and we were like, it's like perfect as is. It was mental. We just managed to get. I think the song just really needed that raw energy of the band just playing in a room together.
We Are the Archaeology of the Future's Past. I think the most different song in the album. It's. I think a lot of fans will be really surprised when they hear that one.
Really like classic sounding ballad track. And Steve, he could always play the piano. He always used to say he couldn't play very well, but he was quite competent.
Recording it was interesting because I kind of assumed that Greg, who is one of the greatest piano players you'll ever see, he would play it, because I'm not a piano player. I wrote it on piano, demoed it, but I'm dodgy. But he really encouraged me to go for it.
I think the two of them sat at the piano. And
so we recorded that with Greg standing next to me with his foot doing the pedal, which basically made the song great. So kind of me and Greg co-played at the same time on that.
Every time you hit a wall, don't feel let down, just stand up tall and not be afraid of your dreams. This is our own destiny. Don't close.
yeah, it's more shit.
Before I drop down.
Yeah.
Don't close. We will.
D is one on the word we will.
We will.
Oh, yours, okay.
We will.
Try the we will, yeah. Let's see if it fits when you do it, and then get your part. So can you stop that?
Don't close your eyes and we will survive it. Don't close your eyes and we will.
So
It's the same.
is it exactly the same?
Yeah.
Parts, yeah.
Cool, that's it then.
That's good sound, isn't it?
And also to give Greg the immense credit that he should always get, he played some amazing kind of Hammond organ stuff in the chorus, which I absolutely loved, and really grateful that he did that for us. Genius.
Na, 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 na.
I was just enjoying, listen to it, I just forgot that I was in a band.
Listen to the heavens scream. That's my way. I'm to the bar. Yet to lie about this.
I would go as far as saying it's probably one of the favourite songs I've ever written, and one of my favourite songs on the album.
Holla if you like this. Take my order 'cause your body like a let me walk into your
I remember coming up with the main riff in Vienna in a sound check, and like Vesuvius, we had the bass riff for this for so long, rehearsed it forever, and I just really had to work on it actually and just push myself to go beyond the riff.
He was very specific with the album that he wanted it to be a bookended, a start and a finish to the album. A song that was written specifically to end the album, and this is definitely that.
That bass riff as well was not exactly fun to record, because I remember I kept going over the and on those slides. When I'm playing that for like, I think it was about 4 hours until we nailed it, my index finger was bleeding.
In regards to the vocals on this track, we just went mental. We were just going, each of us going in, singing loads and loads of different parts. We were just putting in harmonies where we're just going with it free form, trying different styles of voice just to really build up the end of the song. It was just building and building and building, and we laid down like literally like 100 vocal tracks. It was just I think you can really hear that.
How far these weightless feelings weigh down. How far the weightless feelings.
Just needs everything, this, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything, mate.
Way down.
And the lyrics that bit's really important, that it gets hammered home. How far these weightless feelings weigh down. Kind of self-explanatory, but it's basically saying that feelings don't really exist in terms of you can't hold them, but they do weigh you down to the point where they could really weigh you down and control your life and depress you or make you happy. But this was about it, depressing you. The mix with Mark Needham when I went out into LA actually had a lot to do with how the end happens, because it never actually had the breakdown. That was done in the mix. We felt we need that breakdown then to reintroduce the drums and guitar and bass, and I think it took the song to a new place. For me, it's spine tingling at the end of that. So yeah, happy to end the album on a spine tingling moment personally.
That was it.
Cool.